Okay, just look at these pictures. We've got Ambassador Harinder Puri joining us, representing the BJP. So welcome, Mr. Hardeep Puri. Thank you very much. Reena Gupta representing the Aam Aadmi Party. I want to go across first to Mr. Puri. Mr. Puri, what we are seeing is very, very dangerous. And what we are seeing is obviously being retaliated to by the BJP, sir. Because the BJP, in the manner in which it... Because we had Yogendra Yadav on our broadcast before you came in, and he said, who got these chairs? If there are chairs being flung, the Aam Aadmi Party people didn't bring these chairs with them to the BJP office. They charged the BJP trying to do this to them. How do you respond to that, sir?
Well, Rahul, first of all, let's be very careful about the kind of terminology we are using. You use words like no holds barred, all out civil war, all out war, eye for eye. Let us look at this sequentially. What happened is that in the morning, at 10:30 or thereabouts, when the code of conduct came into being, the police, because of a traffic snarl, detained a AAP convoy. That immediately led to reprisals or retaliatory action by the Aam Aadmi Party. Normally, if you want to protest, you give notice, but they came in, they threw bricks into the BJP office, they came in with the intention of causing physical harm. And after that, it spiraled into an action-reaction kind of a scenario. I'm very happy to find that Mr. Kejriwal has tweeted and called for calm amongst members of his cadre. I wish that call for calm had come initially, and that the police action in order to enforce the model code of conduct could have been the point at which we would have had a discussion. But you don't go and unleash violence against the members of another political party and the office of another political party. When you do that in a surcharged atmosphere in the run-up to an election, you run several risks. So I hope better sense prevails, and I hope that the cadres of the Aam Aadmi Party, which are known to believe in anarchy as a philosophy, which believe in using the mob as an instrument of negotiation, which believe in holding a city to ransom, the dharna outside the Rail Bhavan, which held us to ransom for 36 hours, for what? And the cop had already actually proceeded on leave. So please let us get a perspective on this. And I, for one, as someone who's a proud member of the BJP, somebody who's joined the BJP recently, I'm telling you, the BJP will meet the requirement of calm. We will go more than halfway. But you have to appeal to those who started it.
Reena Gupta, there's a real problem here. It almost seems as if through the day, and remember, this is the day when the election schedule has been announced. That's what everyone should really be talking about. Instead, we see the Aam Aadmi Party spoiling for a fight. Look at what happened in Gujarat. Look at your response in Delhi. It almost seems as if you decided you wanted to be on center stage and to do what it would take to ensure that the BJP and the Congress would not be in the discourse. The camera glare would be focused on Kejriwal. Is this not anarchy?
So Rahul, let's start from the events of the day. Arvind was in Gujarat, and he had been talking for a few days that he's going to travel to Gujarat and he's going to learn from Mr. Modi, who's done excellent development according to Mr. Modi, and see what has really happened in Gujarat. Okay, this was something which he had been talking about for a long time.
No, but he didn't have permission to protest.
No, hold on. Let me complete, Rahul. Just give me 2 minutes, like you've given our dear friend. Don't interrupt. So he is in Gujarat. There is no any of his there are only 4 cars. Okay, it's not like a yatra or a convoy or anything. Just 4 cars are there. There are no stickers. There's nothing. Okay, he is just traveling through Gujarat to see what has happened in Gujarat. Okay, now he's in Bhuj. I've traveled extensively in Bhuj. There are no traffic jams in Bhuj. Have you ever heard that an ex-chief minister gets detained for causing traffic jams? I mean, so obviously, if this is what, and why did it happen? Because we've been asking BJP some very tough questions. We've been asking them, who's funding your rallies, who's funding your planes, what is your position on KG Basin? And this is something which is intimidated them.
I have Shazia Ilmi with us. You're saying that this is a retaliatory action.
Absolutely.
But I want to focus on Shazia, was one of the Aam Aadmi Party leaders who were at the BJP headquarters. Look at the manner in which, Shazia, that these bricks are being flung. The sort of level to which you brought down discourse in India. Is this your workers? Now see this. This is an Aam Aadmi Party worker. He's jumped on the water cannon, commandeering it. Now what sort of anarchy is this? It seems you're spoiling for a fight, Shazia.
I think you've got the wrong panelists, because stones were hurled at us bricks were thrown at us. So I think you've got totally the wrong panelist. I'm Shazia from Aam Aadmi Party, who got water cannoned on one end, and on the other, there were stones and bricks being thrown at us. As you can see in the pictures right now, we were standing most peacefully, just sloganeering. I was there, and I vouch for every volunteer who was with me. And I promise you, not a single one of us threw anything. All the stones and the bricks came from inside.
No, but Shazia, going into someone's office, trying to barge into their property, is that not an act of provocation by itself?
No, listen to me. We did not barge into the property. We stood outside. The gates were shut.
Climbing over the gates.
We were outside. We were sloganeering. Yes. And we are saying this is complete high-handedness of Narendra Modi. And all the minute we said, and this was the nara we gave, Modi.
No, Hardeep Puri wants to
I
counter.
want to come in. Shazia is somebody
Just 1 second. Let Hardeep Puri make his argument. I'll give you an opportunity to counter. Go ahead, sir.
Shazia is somebody I have watched and somebody I admire. I think we should be extremely careful in a situation like this, where all the actions and all the statements are documented. The action that took place outside the BJP headquarters in New Delhi is visually documented. You can play the footage back. You can see what happened. First of all, if you're planning to pay a courtesy call to us and say that an Aam Aadmi Party delegation is coming to have tea with the president of the BJP, we'll receive you at the gate, we'll bring you in and invite you in for tea or coffee or whatever. But instead you bring a mob along. Now, I know that you have this great fascination to use the mob as an instrument of social mobilization, negotiation. You did the same thing when you held Delhi to ransom. There is that anarchist streak in the Aam Aadmi Party which is repeatedly surfacing.
Let Shazia counter.
Mr. Puri, the mob that you refer to are the regular folks, people like you and me, who were standing there peacefully, where stones were being hurled at us. Anarchy is just a word you picked up, and because you can't think of another word. It's actually to fight anarchy that seems to prevent, that seems to be rampant in a country, that we are there to change that and protest against that very anarchy that the multiple party system has created in this country.
Can I just come in there?
Look at what's happening. Just look at the pictures
visually,
on the
just see the
screen.
visual
Aam Aadmi
documentation.
Party workers jumping up on the gates, trying to climb into the BJP office. This is not the Aam Aadmi. These are party cadre. You can't call them regular Aam Aadmi.
I think cadre is a very dignified term. These are party goons. And what are we talking about funding here? I mean, the whole issue is that you've been asked by the central government to indicate the source of foreign funding. The BJP, admittedly, we say we're a domestic party. We have a Banya base. We raise money locally. We raise money from donations to people who come to see Mr. Modi in the rally. And you're completely obfuscating the issue. The issue here is that you have embarked on a course of action which is not mainstream insofar as Indian politics is concerned.
Let Shazia respond.
And why is it not mainstream? Because it becomes very convenient to sell secularism, to sell communalism, to sell casteism, and to sell...
The reason it's not mainstream, madam, is because in democracy you fight with ideas. You do not use a mob as an instrument of negotiation. You try and enter the battle of politics through ideas. Here you want to come in, hurl bricks at another political party, and then you want to pretend that there will not be a reprisal action. Of course there will be a reprisal action. And if you don't watch it, you will get it in greater measure elsewhere.
Rahul, may I come in?
Yes, of course, Shazia, you must.
This gentleman must learn to restrain himself and not speak out of turn and let someone else finish their thoughts before he intervenes and interjects, and not appear so rattled as he is. But the point I'm making is, while people are selling communalism and secularism and regionalism and casteism, here is one party which is asking very basic questions about our economy, about crony capitalism, about gas pricing, about coal pricing, about the various scams.
Every time you ask a question and then you change the ground rules. Rahul, can I just come in here?
Shazia,
This is completely
I can't allow
different.
this for the simple reason that you're being asked about your act of provocation at the BJP headquarters. The fact that your representatives went and climbed on the gates, tried to barge into their office, is this appropriate? We've spoken at length about the KG-D6. We've spoken at length about the questions that the Aam Aadmi Party is asking about the choppers and who's funding those choppers. Answer only what you did today.
The issue here today is, we are in a situation when the election schedule has been announced. We are beginning the countdown to elections which are 4 weeks away. we should all be concentrating. But Inspector Kejriwal goes there. Did you get Inspector Kejriwal's permission before you went and stormed the BJP headquarters?
Reena?
Nobody stormed the
One by
BJP
one, Shazia.
headquarters.
1 second, Reena.
See, first of all, Rahul, just before you came on your show,
Yes.
your colleague was there, and there was a footage from Lucknow, which was very clear. Your own reporter was saying that the Aam Aadmi workers were standing there very peacefully. The BJP workers came out with lathis, and the Aam Aadmi workers had to run for their lives. These were the exact words of your colleague from Lucknow, and we know that BJP has a history of violence.
Oh, yes, yes, of course.
Let me complete. I did not interrupt you. They're goons of the Rakshat Dal, whatever it's called. They came and attacked our office. We've seen how anybody who dissents in Gujarat, what happens to them.
No, but we're seeing these live images, and I
No,
also
you
want
see
to
the
welcome.
footage there,
No, I
Neena.
want to
Please see the
welcome
footage
at this
there. See
time
the
to the
footage.
show Tavleen Singh.
Yeah.
We're seeing these black flags being hoisted. This is the smashed vehicle of Arvind Kejriwal.
Absolutely.
Is the BJP rattled, madam? Because Kejriwal is going in. You know, he's just got 5-6 cars. Why is the BJP? Who's overreacting over here? I want to hear from Tavleen Singh, please.
Okay, I saw some footage of Kejriwal going into a hospital in Gujarat with a full TV battalion and saying that यहाँ तो दो doctor हैं, यहाँ कोई beds नहीं हैं, सब खाली हैं वगैरह. He can go into any hospital in Delhi or Bombay or anywhere he wants, and he will find the same story. Now that, to me, is a deliberately political act of provocation. So, let's be very clear about this. The Aam Aadmi Party has been trying to provoke Narendra Modi.
No, but why
and,
is he getting
You know,
provoked?
they're getting a response.
Even if he
No,
goes
but
into
how
a
are we
hospital.
taking- how are we
what
taking
happened
this
in
for
Delhi?
Narendra
No, no,
Modi?
because they're both
What
aspects
hap-
which need to be
What-
discussed simultaneously.
Can we-
And
I don't want
build
this
with
shouting.
Tavleen Singh.
Please, you know, let's-
even if
let's
he's
calm
asking
the
these
hysteria
questions, if
down.
Modi is confident of his governance record, then he shouldn't be worried. Why is he worried? Why are these people out with black flags protesting Kejriwal's
I
visit to
don't know
Gujarat?
if
Is he
he's
not
worried.
entitled to
That's
travel
your
through Gujarat?
conclusion,
Ma'am?
Rahul. I don't. Rahul, he has every right to travel through Gujarat and go anywhere he wants and see whatever he wants to. And you know, he's been saying it. He's been charging Narendra Modi with corruption and taking money from corrupt corporations and all that sort of business. That's all par for the course. What I don't understand is why, if they just wanted to protest peacefully, they didn't knock on the door of the BJP office and say, hello, we're here and we want to protest. I think that there is deliberate provocation on the part of the Aam Aadmi Party.
No, but
to
I have a
create the
counter.
kind of
Even if I
drama
accept
that
for a
they've
moment that
showed
what you're
us.
saying, Hardeep Puri, why is the BJP reacting in the way
No,
that
one
it is?
minute, one
Why
minute.
are these black flags out?
First-
Let him take his
No,
convoy
one
through
minute,
Gujarat.
one
What's the
minute,
problem here?
1 minute, 1 minute. Let's take this sequentially.
Are you
Yes.
asking me?
At 10:30, you have the code of conduct. Then, at that point of time, he is within minutes of that. There is a traffic snarl. You said no traffic snarl. Look at the visual footage when he gets off at the airport. There are already crowds there. All right. Now this is between the police and the Aam Aadmi Party. Don't drag the BJP or
One
Narendra
second,
Modi.
Kejriwal
into it.
speak.